I'm gonna tell you guys, this prophecy is way different than most that I've ever done in my life.
Hi everyone, I'm Veda Scott. Welcome back to Drawing Power. Today is a little chaotic. So first of all, you might be like, Veda, are you filming this in a bathroom? No, it was a bathroom. Now it's a tornado shelter. But fortunately, clear skies today, and I got Charlie Tiger here on Drawing Power.
Oh yeah, can't be too loud in here, but
now, I got the door closed, and we're in the tornado shelter, so I think we're good. All right, so premise of Drawing Power for the uninitiated is give you a pad of paper. We've got crayons over here. So I never remember to bring a container for the crayons. This is a bowler hat that was left in the back of my rental car. I don't know. Crayons. And then generally, that's the official Drawing Power crayon sharpener.
I got the blade really tucked in there.
Yeah. So, okay. Premise of Drawing Power is normally I give a prompt and we both draw the same thing or whatever, similar things while we talk. But today, I think we're going to do a little bit differently because Charlie Tiger, you know, y'all might know Charlie Tiger from Young, Dumb, and Broke. You might know him as a pillar of FES. But today, on Drawing Power, we're kind of switching it around because, Charlie, you alluded to the fact that you have like a drawing that you do.
Yeah, well, you know, back when I was a younger lad, you know, in my educational years, a lot of times when I was supposed to be like writing down like information about certain subjects, I would just kind of like do what I call symmetrical doodles, but they always looked like some sort of epic prophecy. So I guess I was just like writing up prophecies as a way of remembering the information.
So we're gonna tell the future today.
Yeah, because I would like look at it, and I guess so all the information would come back to me. You know,
okay, so give me like I want to do one. I'm gonna do a prophecy with you.
Well, pretty much
give
the
me
way
like
it starts.
Yeah.
It just starts as like a picture frame, right?
Okay.
So say I got purple, I just do like my four corners.
Okay, hold on.
That one straight. You got.
Does it matter what color? I can use any.
Nah, do whatever you want. You can switch it up.
This is all vibes.
Whatever you get, it's all vibes. I mean, I guess it'd be good because what we're doing pretty much is we're making the same sort of symbol in every sort of corner.
So that's the symmetrical part.
Yeah, so like you start with a frame, or you can even do something different for the frame. You could do like a squiggle, you could do like a couple dots, and then pretty much I might do one. I might start going next to the frame, or I might go inside. I might do something along the borders. You pretty much just do whatever you want to do, and then you repeat it in every corner, and then eventually you start filling it up. You can start freestyling, make little accents, so just whatever you want to do.
And you just feel it, and then that's the prophecy.
Yeah, or create a scene. Whatever happens. You can make birds.
So I'm excited to have a new drawing.
I mean, you can make like a Turanian scene, like a little mountain range if you want, but I'm gonna do the prophecy in the sky.
Let's do a prophecy, and then we'll try to read the futures of whatever the heck we're drawing. So outside of doing these drawings that you said started in your youth, are you artistic in any other way?
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Outside of wrestling. Wrestling is
that's my main art form. I come from an artistic family.
Hell yeah! Tell me about that.
I was growing up like my great aunt, who was a member of a lot of local clubs in Philadelphia, like the Sketch Club and the Plastic Club. She'd take me around when they were doing like workshops, and I would like make prints and stuff, like their official tools and whatnot. It was pretty cool. I like dabbling around with that stuff. Maybe if I donated a bit more of my time and energy to that sort of craft, I could have made some pretty cool stuff and done something there. But it's just something I like to dabble with. Maybe like with music too. Like I grew up, played a couple of instruments, but mostly sang and stuff like that.
What instruments? Also, you can feel free to not show the drawing till the end. That's usually what we do. I don't know if that's part of the process.
It's a nice reveal for these kind of
things.
Yeah,
it's a nice reveal, and then we'll just discuss it. What instruments do you play? You just dabble.
Yeah, I don't really play them anymore. I mean, I kind of mess around with the guitar every now and again. I played it a lot when I was a young lad, because I love watching Drake and Josh, of course. And guitars are super cool. But then when I was in school, I also played like the saxophone, and I also played the viola.
Ooh, viola's a good one.
It was pretty cool. I mean, my only issue with the saxophone, I stopped because it kept breaking on me. Like all the little tiny parts kept like falling apart.
There's a lot of parts.
Yeah, and it was messing with me, and it was like.
Also a woodwind instrument, and I say this as someone who I played all low brass, so I was like, I did sousaphone, I did baritone horn.
Yeah.
Those get kind of gross, but a woodwind instrument with the reed, they get nasty. Yeah. They get gross. So I feel that. So did you just kind of like play around with instruments, or were you a band kid?
I mean, well, in school you had to do the band, but like with the guitar, I was kind of learning on my own. Like taking classes, but also like trying to learn songs in my free time. But it's probably something I should have, done a little bit more with, But I grew up in an age of technology, so I had video games and like all this crazy stuff I can do to occupy my time with, unfortunately.
Instead of playing your saxophone.
Yeah, instead of doing the good vibrations on my little instrument.
The viola is interesting too. Did you have any family members who played string instruments, or was that just like your choice?
That was never really a thing in the family. Like my grandpa and my granddad both liked classical music a lot, so like they'd show me like movies of like orchestras playing, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty sick. See like the baritone, the bassoon. Like the woodwind family is a very interesting family of instruments for sure. It's like all the stuff, like all the contraptions,
Yeah, lots of little parts, very difficult.
But then like strings tend to usually have like one of the most like intriguing sounds, I find. But I also love like harpsichords. I think are really cool. Like those are also kind of string instruments too, though. So it goes along with the strings having
You would have done well in like the 1700s with the harpsichords, the violas.
I might have.
And the viola is also an interesting choice because the obvious choice may be violin. But no, viola, slightly lower register. But you didn't go all the way down. You didn't go for like the string bass. Nah. Not even a cello.
Well, I figured the violin's obviously like the MVP of that little sort of sector of string instruments, right?
And too many people playing it.
Everyone knows the violin, so everyone's gonna go for it. But no one's going for the viola. And the cello and the bassoon, they're cool, but it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? You got to carry on that stuff,
I started to play the baritone horn, which is like a giant low brass tuba looking thing. It's not a tuba, but it's often confused with one. Specifically because when I was trying to figure out what band instrument I was going to play, I was like, okay, low brass, nobody's really playing it. That's a smaller portion of the band. And there was nobody else in my school, in my elementary school, who was playing the baritone horn. So I'm like, all right, I'm automatically first chair. And it turned out that I loved it.
Hell yeah.
Not for marching band though. That was difficult. I was a little too small to be carrying that. We have a friend here. Hold on. Normally I don't. I try really hard not to look at the other person's art, but with yours and this, it's kind of like we're doing our own thing.
Art is as big as kind of like I'm trying to block the camera, but then I'm also like not blocking you.
It flew away. I think it's attracted to the light. So you're kind of a musician. You're kind of doing other artistic things. But I know one thing that you are very interested in, and I know that this I consider also to be art. The culinary arts.
Oh,
You are messy in the kitchen, my friend.
I be chefing it up in there.
Tell us about that.
Stuff.
Have you always loved food?
Oh yeah, I mean I love eating, and with eating, of course, someone's got to do the work. Someone's got to make the food. Why not have it be you? You know what you want the best. So I mean, it really started with like some of my family members like started showing me a couple skills, and like showed me like really I know like I had a good meal for my great aunt. She had that Great Depression riz, in the kitchen, but when I had like
you can turn like nothing into something.
Like a great meatloaf, great shepherd's pie, but when I had like real gourmet food for the first time, I opened my eyes like, wow, like this is awesome, this is crazy. And like I started watching Food Network.
Hell yeah.
And like I kind of taught myself from just watching that stuff. Like Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay, all those guys.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Julia Child. She made French cooking and gourmet cooking like very accessible, to the average person, and started doing her cooking shows. But it really was Food Network, I think, that like for a lot of people, even if you don't cook yourself, you start to learn more about like food and how food works and how tastes work. I feel like a lot of people get really into those like home improvement shows like that. Never for me. Just the cooking. Bobby Flay's a good call.
I love Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay. He's got and now there's less like just straight up cooking shows on the Food Network. It's a lot of game shows. But I don't mind. Guy Fieri, how do you feel about Guy?
Oh my God, dude! Are you kidding me? He's the glue. I mean,
the mayor of Flavortown.
Yeah, the mayor of Flavortown. Come on, he's got all the charisma you need. I mean, he's the front man for sure.
And he's got a good network of shows that don't annoy me on the Food Network.
Triple D is an all-timer.
That's an all-timer. It's a classic. And honestly, I'm a big fan of looking up Triple D stuff when I travel, just to try to see what's around. Most towns you go to, Guy has been there at some point. He's been doing this for a long time.
He gets around, right? He's like the Beach Boys.
So what's your favorite? If I were like Charlie Tiger, make a meal for 4 people. What would you make? What would be your...
Like what am I, like my strengths, I guess?
Yeah, what's your strengths?
Well...
What do you like to cook?
I think mac and cheese is a very high-end dish. I don't think it's like a low-end dish. I always make it for a high-end occasion because it takes a lot of work. You gotta make a whole... This is what I do. I make a bechamel. I use fine cheeses. I go all in. So I'll probably whip up mac and cheese for a lot of people because it's an easy hit.
Is it a baked mac and cheese?
Yeah, I do a baked mac and cheese, like Fannie Farmer style. So I start with the bechamel, and then throw in the cheese in there with the nudes. Then I bake it in there, get with the crust on top.
Noodle shape preference?
Whatever. Use something small like a macaroni or a bow tie is good. I like bow tie. It's got some flair to it. And then
so mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a good call.
I might do a big fillet of salmon because salmon usually hits. Unless you're The Rock, you don't like salmon, right?
He's a cod. He's a cod man, I think.
Yeah, he likes cod. A lot of people like white fish, but for me, cod's great fried, but for a grill, you gotta season cod really well, because it doesn't have. It's kind of a bland, rubbery kind of fish, in my opinion, at least. But like a salmon, it's got that tender, it's got that flavor, it's got all the nutrients, and a lot of people crave salmon, so it's gonna be easy hit. And one of the pubs I used to work at, they would caramelize their salmon with brown sugar and coriander, and always left the flavor to me always wow, this is really good. This is how I'm gonna cook salmon. So when I do a nice fillet of salmon, then sometimes I do put the ground sugar, the coriander, and I might bust that one out for the big
with the mac and
big
cheese.
fatal 4-way party potluck. And then I gotta remember something else. I love doing
a vegetable. Is there a vegetable involved here?
Yeah, I probably should do a vegetable. Sauteed spinach is easy. You just get 3 pounds of spinach and just cook it all down to one serving.
I'm trying to feel the vibes of what's happening.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, multitasking is hard.
But now you started talking about salmon, and now I'm thinking about fish. That might be where I'm going here with this. I don't know. It's hard. I'm trying to let whatever's happening just come.
I might make a big platter of nachos too.
Oh, nachos are, I think, because nachos, you can dress them up, you can dress them down.
Oh yeah, freestyle.
You can put anything on. I will say this. I will reveal this. This is a secret reveal. Speedball Mike Bailey and I, one of our absolute freaking favorite things to do is make sheet pan nachos of whatever, good cheese, good local chips, a good salsa, that, and a pitcher of sangria. You're set.
How do you make sangria? You just buy it or?
So we make it. We do sort of a bastardized sangria, I would say. Usually, what we do is we'll chop up, because our favorite thing is the sangria fruit. Mm-hmm. In fact, honestly, I could do without the actual beverage, and I just want the fruit. We chop up usually apples. Sometimes we use a frozen fruit mix because it kind of melts down, and that's good. And then citrus, lime, orange, lemon. We're putting it all fucking in there. It's all the fruit. Fill up this pitcher with fruit. Pour over usually just a cheap red wine, and then sometimes another liquor. It depends what we have around. And you just let it sit in the fridge. And just those fruits they're macerating. I don't like it too sweet. And then you got the sangria liquid to drink, but then in the end you have this pitcher full of fruit, and you just eat this wine-soaked fruit. So good. Sangria fruit. That's a top one. But no, nachos are a good pick too.
Oh yeah.
Pink.
Easy hit.
Pink. Here we go. No, that's orange. These crayons are difficult because some of them we go over this a lot on the show. The wrappers for some of these are not the color of what the crayon is. And you mentioned you worked in a pub. So is working in food your other outside of wrestling?
Nah, I don't like working in food because it's stressful and it makes it not fun.
And I understand that as someone who worked in food.
Yeah, you gotta be really quick with shit. When I'm at home, I just taking my time. Having a nice meal, but it's
And there's expectations when you're making food for other people.
Yeah, and people were oh, I need it this way, it's not the exact way I wanted it. Plus the impossible standards I set for you, because I don't know how to cook.
Salmon is pink on the inside, not on the outside. But now, and this is not what a salmon looks like, but I'm feeling it. Whatever is happening here, I'm feeling it.
What happens. I need to get more like that. I'm thinking too much. I'm because I don't have the right color.
Yeah, I'm sorry if my crayons are not adequate, because the thing is, I just buy the 64 box, and then I bought some extra ones also. What is happening here?
Exactly.
Oh, this is a mess. I got a random marker. Let's draw this. So Charlie Tiger, though, we know, of course, famously fighting the tiger. Are you a zoo enthusiast?
I love going to zoos.
Love going to zoos?
Yeah, I don't go that too much often anymore, but when I was a kid,
Philly Zoo?
Elmwood Park, I can't talk too much about where I go, but Elmwood Park Zoo, Philly Zoo, I haven't been to too many other zoos in other metros, but I really should check them out. I heard that the Washington Smithsonian Zoo's nice.
That one's great and it's free.
Yeah. Oh, like the Cleveland. Well, the thing is, it's free, but you got to get a reservation for the time slot.
Yeah.
So you still got to plan ahead.
Cleveland Zoo's pretty good. Cincinnati Zoo, if we're talking Ohio, we're in Dayton right now. Talking Ohio, Cincinnati Zoo, that's a great one to go to because they have famously Fiona and Fritz, the baby hippos.
Oh wow, yeah.
Now I'm inspired by Fiona. I feel like I'm almost done with this, but I'm not. What color? Okay, hold on. It's a mess.
I'm gonna tell you guys, this prophecy is way different than most that I've ever done in my life.
Okay, well that's good because I want to hear your interpretation, and then I'll try to interpret mine, but I don't know if I quite can because I don't know what's happening. This is not the hardest thing about drawing. Is that you see it in your head and you know the way that it's supposed to look, but it don't come out of your hands.
I didn't have a vision for this one. It's just what's happening. The forces are revealing themselves.
Are you getting messages from the heavens?
No, I'm telling someone I'm in the tornado shelter right now.
Oh, okay. But there's no tornado right now.
I mean,
as far as we know.
We wouldn't know.
And everyone else is
maybe that's what the call is. They're telling about a freaking tornado trying to bang and let us in, We're too busy in here making drawings.
This morning, and I mentioned to you that my car at home was rear-ended it was parked car, rear-ended, back's all smashed up, but it's at my dad's house, and my dad texted me as if he's never met me before. No prompting, can you talk now? I thought disaster, I thought their house burned down, I thought everyone was dead. You can't text people stuff like that. You have to lay it out. Not when your child has an anxiety disorder. So hopefully that was not a text about
I can be pretty vague too,
That's not what is happening. Oh, that's a mess. All right. I think it needs one more thing. I'm gonna close my eyes and grab a crayon, and the universe will tell me what to draw. Okay, oh, that's a dull crayon. Okay, here we go. There's a crayon with a point. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, here we go. This feels good. Oh, it's brown. I was hoping for a color. All right, I think I got mine, and there's a lot happening here. It's basically a look inside my brain during this interview. Do you need more time?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, a little bit more time. We'll fill it out. So we got the salmon, we got the mac and cheese, we got maybe a spinach. Are you a dessert guy?
I don't really make dessert. I'm more of a cook. I just throwing stuff in a pan and letting the flavor bomb, make itself. But I could whip up a dessert if I need to, but.
The fly keeps landing.
I don't know.
Come here, baby. Come on. Oh, I got it. Whoa. I want to take you to safety. I don't want you to stay in the tornado shelter. Oh, it's gone again. I feel like I might be done, but I'm gonna let you finish. So are you a dessert? I
love eating dessert.
You like eating dessert?
I love eating dessert.
So you run into that a lot because a lot of people either they like to bake or make sweets, or they do more of the savory stuff. So you'll eat dessert. If I were like Charlie Tiger, you can have whatever sweet item you want right now. What would it be?
Probably like a chocolate dipped coconut macaroon, pecan pie.
Oh, macaroons are good.
Yeah, with the coconut or the almond paste with some coconut, dark chocolate, maybe pecan pie, bananas foster ice cream, And I might risk getting shot for another dessert too.
These are. But then you just ask someone to bring the dessert.
Exactly.
You're making everything else. All right.
I am ready to unveil. There's probably some other layers of this realm not being unveiled.
So I feel like I was slightly.
I'd say this is half tab right here.
Okay, so usually I reveal mine first. So I'm gonna do this. All right. So this is what I had going on. So I started with. It's a mess. I started with the corners, and then I did the symmetrical stuff, and I did this line of kind of hearts. Ooh. And I did, I think these are tornadoes, which I don't know if that's a good sign.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was feeling tornadoes. But then I was like, oh, it needs eyes. But then I realized you also drew eyes, so maybe I was just copying you. So then I drew these big red eyes. I don't know. They're kind of scary. But then things went a little nuts. I was like, I'm going to draw a salmon. But I drew this little pink goldfish cracker thing. And then, this is the worst part.
But what if that's the mouth?
Oh, of the eyes?
Of whatever this is.
That's weird. Oh, that could be weird.
Like a symbiote.
Mm.
Like a bird with a fish beak.
This is the worst part. I was trying to draw a hippopotamus from the front, and it just looks like a walnut. Awesome. It's not.
No, it looks like a Pokemon.
Little Pokemon, yeah.
Like one of them whale Pokemon.
Yeah, and then the brown curlicues. That's when I just reached in and grabbed whatever crayon.
Whatever this being is a very chaotic creature because it is creating tornadoes out of the waves of love.
Oh.
That's my interpretation.
Wow, what do you got? Let's see.
This guy is a secret of this guy. We gotta watch out for this guy.
Yeah, he's like kind of an outlier.
This is mine. It's kind of wacky.
Okay.
I can promise you, if I had pulled up with some of my prophecies, you'd be like, "Whoa, those are like some Egyptian hieroglyphs." But this is just wackiness.
Is this
like,
a turkey leg?
That's like a rotten turkey leg. I think it's in this guy. He got dismembered somehow. I don't know how, but that's his other one right there.
Okay.
And then we got some gremlins. Like, this guy's got a freaking axe.
That's like a battle axe.
Yeah, is this cosmic barbed wire? I don't even know. This just came out of my hands.
This does look like barbed wire.
This just came out of my... I don't even know what happens. I'm just a vessel.
This is scary.
Yeah, what is that? That's like a Yu-Gi-Oh demon.
I don't like him.
He's like doing the bet pose. Like, he's about to do a meme right now on someone. And these guys are having a gunfight over tic-tac-toe. This guy lost... Or maybe this guy lost tic-tac-toe. And he shot him over a freaking tic-tac.
And then this scary face in the middle, and then there's like the.
I think that's Molag the World Eater. I don't even know who that is.
This is distressing.
But like, because the whole world's in there.
It's in there.
I think that's why I couldn't finish it, because the whole universe is being eaten by Molag, and he's drunk with power, and his demons are coming in from the other side, and we don't know who's gonna save us, because the chicken got, and he was our last hope.
His legs are gone.
I think I got some work to do, guys.
This is terrifying. Wow. So now we have Charlie Tiger prophesizing the universe, playing his viola. You guys sign it too, if you don't mind.
I'll definitely sign it.
And we'll take a picture with it for the thumbnail. But Charlie Tiger, outside of prophesizing the universe, where can we find you on social media and such?
At Twitter /X at Charlie Tiger _ Instagram at the Charlie Tiger _ I got a Facebook page. Just look up Charlie Tiger. It's me doing the smack face. It's awesome. I got a YouTube channel. Just look up Charlie Tiger too. I got epic matches. IWTV, Triller TV, always coming out.
Everywhere.
Always.
And also, if the universe descends into full chaos and is eaten in a giant mouth with rotten chicken legs.
Guys, Molag's back. I gotta go.
Yeah, and he's taking calls during that. This is a busy man right here. All right. Charlie Tiger.
Thank you very much, Veda. Take care.
Thank you.
Drawing power. Stay with it.
Drawing power. Bye.